Whether you want to admit to this or not, but we were all born and raised into this constructed society. We were born into a system that was set up hundreds of years before we came upon this earth. And we were taught that it's a good thing to be knowledgeable about this system, to be a part of it, to interact and blend in, be another brick in a wall, so to speak. Don't ruffle the feathers, don't make no waves in the water, don't make no splashes. Just get with the program, get with the system, and be a good citizen of this system. Have you know it? From the time of my birth, all through school, through my childhood years, through my teens, my 20s, 30s, and into my 40s. I have never conformed to this system and this society in which I just love it and I embrace it. No, I saw many flaws and many errors with it, and I fought against it. Therefore, I was alienated most of my life, shunned most of my life, neglected, looked down upon, literally the walking scum upon the earth, on the bottom of people's shoe. Everybody that stepped over me and trampled me in order to get where they're at. I have lived the outcome of this. This is literally my life. Because I was so different, and I did not want to follow what they were telling me. It is good to be educated. Get your education. Get good grades. Learn what they're teaching you about this system, this society. But see, the things that they were teaching in school never made sense to me. And the Father had his hand of protection over me the entire time, and I didn't realize it. I didn't know that. The Father, Mother was protecting me the whole time. I was being protected the entire time because they could not indoctrinate me the way that they were able to do the majority. Okay? And I was a problem child. But now I have understanding of why I was the way that I was. Now I understand why I felt the way that I felt. Whereas back then, I was wild as hell, and I was just rebellious and explosive, okay? Yeah, and very, unpredictable. I would shock people, so that was my personality, okay? I was always very bold from the get. And it caused me to have a lot of hate, okay? Because I was told that I can't be this way. That I need to be more withdrawn and all that. But that was the opposite of my personality. I was always just like, rah, like I'm here, I'm on the scene, what's up, But people have tried to suppress that within me my entire life, and have like tried to diminish me. And they do it, you know, because they will deliberately ignore me, you know, deliberately act like I don't exist. And they will watch me suffer, hoping and praying that I am destitute, so that they could mock and be like, yeah, how can you be with God? Because look at you. If you were with God, why would a loving God allow you to be homeless? Why would a loving God allow these horrible things to come upon you? These are the things that they will say, because they know that I am different, and that I have literally made the choice to humble myself to the leading of the Holy Spirit, and not what I have been taught upon this earth, not what everybody has been taught upon this earth about their God. Okay? Even the atheists have a God. Their God is scientism, okay? So I'm just saying, bruh. I'm different. And I've always known that about myself. And I've always known that I am not going to be the type of person that is successful by going the route that people are trying to force me to go. Okay? And the type of success that I wanted was happiness and freedom. Okay? I could care less about status. I could care less about monetary gain. I just want to be happy and free. I don't want to be under somebody's thumb. Okay? I don't want to have to be strong-armed and forced to pay for somewhere where I was born. When the earth provides these things. No one gave these heathens the authority to just take for themselves all the resources of the earth and then poison it and then delegate it back out to the people at their prices. The freaking gas prices. Bruh, it's these string pullers at the top that is putting the pressure on you. And these are wicked ass people. These same people are creating the laws. Okay? They're giving the mandates. Alright? These same people are controlling you. And you're allowing them to do this to you. But see, there's people like me. We're very rare. Okay? Because all my life, I've seen this. All my life, I've seen it, and I hated it. That's why I will rebel against it. Because I knew that it was evil. I knew it was wicked. And I knew, somehow I knew that the same people that were controlling everything were the same people that were afflicting me personally. Okay? Like the nations around me, how I was looked at, how I was viewed by all of these nations around me that are profiting off of me. I seen all the different nations in my neighborhood as I have to go to my neighborhood stores. All my life I pretty much grew up in the hood, okay? Until we moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that wasn't really necessarily the hood. It was in kind of a nice area. It was not in a hood. Like, my mom did good by me and my little brother, okay? And just gonna take a little detour into my life because that's how this is flowing. But yeah, My mom did good by us. She took us away from Southside Chicago and we moved to Tulsa. Okay? And it was like I got it in another video, the reason why. So I ain't gonna go all off into that. But it was within a week. Alright? It was within a week's time that we packed up and moved here. So anyway, that being said, bruh, I have just always been the type to rebel against this system. And I knew that, going to school, even though I was forced to go to school, I hated school. I didn't get good grades in school. I even had a little college, okay? The only classes that I was excel in was like English, where I could use my creativity, what was within me. The only classes that I would excel in, it was creativity classes, okay? So if I could write something or if I could draw, then I excelled in that. But in the science, nah, I didn't like that, bruh. To be honest, I didn't want to dissect an animal. I didn't want to dissect a frog or a freaking mouse, if I remember right. I think I might have had a problem with that. But see, I suppressed a lot in my childhood, so I can't really speak a lot about my childhood because I know I don't remember a lot from my childhood. I had a traumatizing life, put it that way, okay? So, but the Father has always had his hand on my life. And he showed me this. Like when I had the spiritual encounter in 2019, 2017, and in 2019. Because, bruh, all of these things flashed before my eyes. All of these instances where the father and mother was there protecting me. In my ignorance, all of these different times, all of these instances in my life. See, I lived a very rough life, okay? Even been around crackheads, okay? And this is probably like the worst parts, because there was a couple of them, like, I was hanging around crackheads, and they were doing harder drugs and shit than I was comfortable with. I only liked the herb, you know? And I got off into pills for a little bit, but that's another story. So anyway, long story short, bruh. Long story short. Though I went to college, I had some college, bruh. I didn't get a degree, okay? And it's a whole long story. I got bits and pieces in other videos. I don't want to make this long, okay? And I want to get to the point. The point is, all my life, though I pretty much did what I was forced to do, but I knew within me that that was not my path. And I would venture off and try to do my own thing a lot, okay? But yes, I worked fast food jobs. I worked any kind of damn job that I could work in order to freaking earn income in order to sustain my life, okay? So, bruh, I did all of that, but I seen firsthand that working these jobs, I hated it because it was not beneficial to me. It wasn't beneficial enough to me to want to do that, okay? So that's why I was the type to be late. That's why I would call in haphazardly. Like, if I didn't feel like going into work, I wasn't going, bruh. Like, look, man, I hated feeling like a freaking robot. I ain't no damn robot. I don't like being on some man's time schedule, alright? Like, I am my own individual. And this whole system that we're born and raised in, and we're taught to be a part of this shit and to just cooperate within it and be complacent with it. Bruh, I came to blow this shit up, okay? Because it's bullshit. And I never liked it from the get. Okay? I never liked it from the get. I remember what they fed us in the lunches in school. I remember, milk right before nap time. They give us milk, and now that I understand that there's blood in milk, you know, like, bruh, I will admit that the milk back then tasted so much better than it started tasting, like, you know, before I quit drinking it altogether. Just wanted to throw that in there. But, bruh, I mean, the father, mother brought all these things back to my remembrance in a flash, in an instance, okay? And connects it to all of these. Bruh, I can show you how they have been the most wicked, bruh, the most wicked, volatile, freaking demonic ass people, if you could call them that, because it's like they don't even have a conscience, bruh. It's like they don't got a heart, okay? Like, they have been doing all kinds of heinous things, unbeknownst to you, and these people are the ones that are controlling you and ruling on top of you. They're the ones that are creating the laws and the mandates and the dictates to you. They are the ones that wrote your freaking textbooks and all your educational shit. It came from these wicked people, okay? Your medical industry over here in the Americas came from these wicked ass people, okay? The pharmaceutical company gives not a shit about you. It is about profit and gain, okay? They want to keep you coming back for their product. The earth heals, bruh. The earth was given to us. We were born on the earth, and herbs grow of the earth in order to heal and sustain life. Okay? You don't need the pharmaceutical industry. You need the herbs that the Father, Mother has created for us. Okay? That's what you need. You need to stop eating rotting corpses. Okay? Because if we all did that, and we all raised our frequency, and we operated in love for one another, and all of creation, and all of humanity, when we eat the herbs and the fruit of the earth, there would be peace and harmony. And there would be no disease. There would be no death. There would be no chaos. No bloodshed. None of that. There would be no selfishness. We will all be equal. We will all operate in love for one another. Why is that so hard? Why do people hate me for saying this? Is it because you love being on top that so damn much? You just gotta be on top of somebody else? You just gotta feel superior to somebody? That sounds like Lucifer. So reevaluate who it is you say you serve. Because it seems to me that the majority of the world serves Lucifer. Okay? You serve Lucifer. You serve the one that said he would set himself up like the Most High. And you hate the Most High. You hate his people. Because we are not like you. And on that note, Shalom.